Alright, when creating a sprite for the UDK, we first start out with a new document. I'm just going to go 512 pixels by 512 by 8-bit and RGB color. Now keep in mind that you can put anything on the inside of this document. This is just an example to speed things along. So here's transparent background. So that means I'm not going to get fanciful on things because I know that you're already creative enough to put something in the center. But this is a point sprite, so here's an example of a point sprite. So here's a gradient tool. We'll just fill this thing with hippie rainbow bright stuff. That's ugly. And then we'll just blur it. There we go. I think everybody can handle that level. Okay? Even though I really want to do more, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, so go to layers, hold Alt, nope, hold Control, click here. So holding Control will allow you to select it and the transparency. That way when you go to channels, you can hold Alt and click here. This will make an alpha, and you can double click on it to see the alpha. So there's the alpha. Double clicking over here allows you to get the layer. Alright, cool. Let's save this out. We're going to save this as a TGA. Make sure alpha channels is on, and we're going to call this simple sprite. 32-bit needs to be turned on. Hit OK. Alright, over to the UDK, where we can click here in the content browser. We can hit import, and we can go simple sprite. Alright, I'm going to drop this package down to something I've already made. So 01 sprite example. And I'm going to save this package. There we go. So to get back to it, I just have to go to this button. And I named it 01, so it would seem like it'd float to the top. There we go. Alright, we can make a new material. Right click new material. And we'll call this hippie sprite. Alright, go to the texture. The material editor should have launched. Hit make this a little bit bigger. Hit T on the keyboard. Click here. Okay, sweet. Now, choose additive for the blend mode. That is located down here. Additive will give you the opacity, and we can plug this into opacity, and we can plug this one into emissive. We have this cool glowing sphere. Okay. If you want to see the texturized version of it, there's the texturized version of it. Kind of looks like a bubble. Okay, now that's just a preview. Now go to particle sub UV. Okay, that texture is still highlighted, by the way. Okay. So click and drag that out. So particle sub UV is much like texture sample, but dealing with sprites. So what we can do is emissive, opacity. We just switch it out. Why didn't I do that first? Because T on the keyboard was easy, just to kind of show you what it looked like. That's why. Alright, another thing I like to do is go down here to two-sided and turn that on. That allows you to rotate around and see it on the other side. Hit apply changes. Okay, let's close that out. Again, always save your package. Save. Now right click here and make a new particle system. Call this Hippie Sprite. And you could put like part for particle. Alright, first off, get rid of this one. Grab the material that you made, this one. Right click, new sprite emitter. And then hit this button. You'll automatically see it. Again, that's this button to refresh the view. And there we go. We got all kinds of cool little sprites. Now to navigate this, using right mouse allows you to zoom in and out. Middle mouse allows you to do that. And then the left mouse allows you to rotate. And if you want to see a grid to orientate yourself upon where it's at, just like that. Okay, so that's the general basics of it. In the next video I'll show you a few other things as far as the basics of these attributes that we can change.